Can illegal immigrants in New York vote?
In New York City, I believe they passed a law. Luckily, we don't have that law in Nassau County, but in the city council and mayoral races, I believe illegal aliens recently have been given the right to vote.
Let me follow.
Work a full-time job, 40 hours, and get paid to live here. How the f*** are y'all gonna bring somebody else here?
Told you guys, this is not just happening here. This is happening everywhere. Is this what it's going to come to? Are they going to push the Americans out of their own homes next?
Of cities across this country are, once they declare themselves a sanctuary city, I'm not sure if they knew the amount of support we were going to need to give.
Was that, I know you're a Democrat, but do you think declaring cities as sanctuaries was a mistake in retrospect?
Looking back, if our communities end up losing the services they need to live full lives, I think we may be questioning that.
For those of you out there and see migrant shelters popping up, that's where it starts. My name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most of all, news and awareness, stuff that you want to know about, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. I got some crazy stuff to show you guys, but what's happening is community groups forced out as Roxbury Recreational Center becomes shelter for migrants. Where this could be headed is people getting priced out of their rent, their places of stay, priced out, but then giving it to the migrants.
Y'all don't give a fuck about the motherfuckers that was born and fucking raised here. Y'all raised the fucking rent so fucking high. Can't afford to live here, but y'all gonna bring some other motherfuckers here? That doesn't fucking add up. It doesn't make no fucking sense. None. None. I'm homeless. I work a full-time job, 40 hours, and can't pay to live here. How the fuck are y'all gonna bring somebody else here? Don't make no fucking sense. None.
So as you can see, not only just the Boston residents are enraged over this. Works a 40-hour-a-week job, can't afford to pay rent, while they fly the migrants in, plane tickets, bus rides in the middle of the night, black out the windows, money, giving the undocumented the golden ticket. I told you guys, migrants are attacking police officers. I did a video on it just the other day. I'll put it at the end if you guys missed it. But NYPD officers attacked by migrants. And then check this out. On the left is the illegal alien who beat the crap out of the NYPD officer. He was released from jail without bail. On the right is his father of 11 children who was arrested for praying outside an abortion mill. He was just convicted in federal court and faces 11 years in jail. Folks, the writing's on the wall. People need to wake up and see what's unfolding. I want to give you some more information on Boston, Massachusetts and this situation. It's a pretty good listen. Sheriff has to say right down on the border.
I put out a video saying that when many of these illegals are getting processed for people claiming asylum, they're getting a cell phone, they're getting a plane ticket across this country, and then even getting gift cards. Some of them even getting cash. Well, the media went to work really fast to try to debunk me and say that I was putting out false information. Verify said it was false information. Well, this is just one of the reports we've seen recently. Now the UN is saying that they were handing out up to $1.6 billion through NGOs to illegal immigrants for things like gift cards and cash. Gift cards like this. We find these all over on the other side of the border and on our side of the border. And we find them with the folks that we pull over and stop that have come into this country illegally. So once again, I'm here to remind you that the information that the mainstream media feeds you is what's false.
And he's referring to those gift cards laying around on the ground because they're already used up. So here's the thing. Some of these people are getting these gift cards before they even get across the border. What does that tell you? You guys can research it yourself. I've heard free housing, free medical, free transportation. We're talking about buses, plane ticket rides. He says actual cash, and I've heard on many news reports, $5,000. Did I mention free place to stay? Probably a facility near you. And if not, probably soon with the bucket loads coming across the border. Let's see how a local resident down in Boston, Massachusetts feels about their community center, which is used for old people going down playing cards, exercise, a place for kids to go to and stay off the streets and stay safe. And like she said, now that they don't have it, where's the kids going? They're forced to the streets, and that's the whole idea of the thing in the beginning, is to get them off the streets. People are not happy. Check it out.
Illegal immigration. It was taken over Logan Airport. They're now moved to other centers. Lawrence, there's a lot going on in Boston.
It's crazy out here, Brian. So after sleeping on the floor of Boston Logan International Airport, the migrants are on the move, taking over this recreation center in Roxbury behind me. The complex is a staple of the community for kids to play and seniors to exercise at low cost. Our next guest is not happy with the mayor as she's flooded with the calls from constituents, but she says that she's powerless. And it's up to the state. Join us now is the Democrat Boston City Councilor at Large, Erin Murphy. But first, we're going to go to Effie. Keisha, you know, you were just on the street, and I saw your outrage. Why are you outraged?
Before we hear what she has to say, check out the response from Maura Healey, the governor of Massachusetts.
Maura, why do you think it's okay to take out resources from the citizens of Massachusetts? No, that's not an excuse. You serve us, not these illegals. Not these illegals. No, you don't. You need to deport them. You need to deport them. Lame excuses.
She says it's out of her hands. It's the state.
And I saw your outrage. Why are you outraged?
Because this place was, like you said, it's free. It was a place for our children. Our children, I have 4 children, and it's sad, you know, I have 4 boys, you know, and we really don't have nothing in the community that's free for us. Don't get me wrong, it's great that they want to help the immigrants, but what about the Americans that are already here? What about the people that are already here that don't have homes, that don't have jobs, that are sleeping on the street already? These people came from the airport here, probably on boats, probably on buses, and probably all for free. Now they're getting stipends, they're getting what else? I need money for me and my kids, and I was born here. Like, you know, I know life is a struggle in itself, but this is not the answer to help them. Now it's going to destroy our community more and mess our children up more. Like, this is sad. I know a lot of people don't even know about this. I came here last night with my aunt, saw a lot of stadies, a lot of police, and this paper wasn't there yet. They just did this probably 2, 3 in the morning when they brung them here. When everybody sleep, that's when they brung them here probably. On buses, I saw New York plates. I saw Washington, D.C. plates. So they have that much money to come from Washington, D.C. to do this, to do that. Why are they not helping the people here first?
Yes, ma'am. Let's talk.
We need help.
How do you guys feel about what's going on? Now, she says she's not against helping the migrants. Now, I understand that to a certain perspective. If there's a handful that come across here and there due to certain situations, okay. But we're talking about upwards of 10 million. And how many more? Because you guys heard that they're not coming up through Texas as much, but the big buzz is they've shifted over to California. That's their huge gateway right now, which really I don't understand why they didn't start with California, because California should be just a free ride. So let's hear what you would call maybe rebuttal from the elected counselor. And I'm not gonna cut it up because I want you to listen to her whole spiel, because she's a Democrat. So you would think that she'd be for this, but listen to her carefully. She's having second thoughts. And I think that this is where it's gonna go with a lot of people that are Democrat. They're gonna think, what exactly am I supporting? What am I exactly for? Is my core values and beliefs as a Democrat what they used to be? Or is it getting even worse? And I personally think it's getting so crazy out there that a lot of Democrats are gonna find out that Democrat means a whole new thing these days, and they might not be with it.
Talk to one of the counselors.
Yes.
Erin, Ms. Murphy, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
When you hear the passion right here from...
That's what I hear in my office all the time. And it is a balance. Like I was telling you earlier, the state owns this building, so the governor has to make a decision on where to put the overflow migrants. But at the same time, the community needs to make sure that that we keep their services in place.
Why would they declare Boston as a sanctuary city?
I mean, I think a lot of cities across this country once they declare themselves a sanctuary city, I'm not sure if they knew the amount of support we were going to need to give.
Was that, I know you're a Democrat, but do you think declaring cities as sanctuaries was a mistake in retrospect?
Looking back, if our communities end up losing the services they need to live full lives, I think we may be questioning that. We do have to find a balance to make sure that those migrant families have a safe place to go, but at the same time, my concern, I'm an elected official here, I represent the whole city, and I'm the chair of public health in the last 2 years in homelessness, and I've centered my advocacy and policy on making sure that every resident has the resources they need. And I'm hearing that seniors and kids, like Effie was just telling us, that her own family, right, might be disrupted. So I'm making sure that the city is stepping up and connecting with all the departments so that these displaced, residents who use this every day.
Did you guys hear it like I heard it? Like I said, sounds like they're starting to second guess kind of where their stance is. Now, she had to pull it back because she is an elected official, but you could hear that she doesn't necessarily, she's not excited about this. I doubt that she totally stands behind this 100% if you talk to her behind closed doors. This is awareness to keep you guys on your nose. Hopefully you guys share this out because more people need to know what's going on in order for anything big to happen, in order for you guys to be prepared. We've got the trucker convoy sweeping down through, gaining momentum. We've got the migrants crossing the border, shifting from Texas further out from the locations, including a heavy spot being California is what I'm hearing. We've got Sarah Palin, Ted Nugent speaking, representing the trucker convoy. Things are expected to ramp up this weekend. Again, please share this, get the information out. People need to know what's going on. Hit the like button. And if you missed any of these videos, these are good videos that they don't always give you notifications for. I'll keep you guys posted as I know more. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you on the next one.